friends. It's time for my name is Stilton, Geronimo Stilton, the next couple chapters. Do you remember we left off yesterday? There was a helicopter waiting to take Stilton to the North Pole. Someday you'll thank me. 10 minutes later, I was sitting in the helicopter. I had no choice but to put on the shocking pink parka that Pinky had given me. Thank goodness Snap Flash Fur wasn't around to take pictures. I was tired, dressed in pink, and headed to the North Pole. Definitely not a happy mouse. But Pinky was smiling brightly. Just wait, boss, she said. This is going to be a fabulous mouse party waiting for us at the North Pole. We will have the best New Year's Eve ever, and we'll be on every TV set of Mouse Island. How could you do this? I wailed. I did it for you, boss, Pinky said. I know you love the attention. There's nothing better than being on TV. Believe me, someday you will thank me for this. Cats eat cheese before I thank you for this, I mumbled. I was miserable. The trip took hours and hours. I thought about that it was never going to end. My stomach always gets queasy when I fly. Every time I looked out the window, I got dizzy. My sister looked like she was having the time of her life. She was piloting that helicopter like a real pro. When we finally got to the North Pole, my whiskers began to tremble. I just knew something was going to go wrong. North Pole, here we come. Get ready to land, Thea shouted, steering the helicopter so that it pointed straight down. And below us, I saw an enormous ship. We got closer. I saw it was an icebreaker. It pushed its way through the frozen sea. Here we are, Thea yelled. She aimed the helicopter right at the sea's wide deck. The cold winter wind blew across the water, but we landed safely. When the helicopter blades stopped spinning, we walked onto the deck. The rat in the captain's uniform greeted us. You must be Stilton. Geronimo Stilton, his voice said in a crisp way. I'm Nelson, Captain Oceanus Nelson. It's a pleasure to meet you. I shook his paw, and then I turned to my sister, Thea. Her whiskers began to quiver. What a beautiful landing, he gushed. Ooh, and then he took his paw and her paw and he kissed it. You should have joined the Navy, my dear lady. They could use talent and a lovely rat just like you. I groaned quietly. Everywhere we went, everywhere I went with Thea, rats tripped over their tails to get her attention. I looked at Captain Nelson. He was no different. Pinky stepped forward, and then she took out her diary and began to flip through the pages. Let's get busy, crew, she shouted. New Year's Eve is a day after tomorrow. The captain took his eyes off Thea and turned to me with a serious look. My shipping company told me you needed this ship for an important mission, he said. Exactly what kind of mission is it? Oh, just wait and see, Thea piped up. It's gonna be fun. Yes, fun, Pinky agreed. And then she didn't give any details either. Captain Nelson didn't really like that. He pulled me aside. Listen here, Stilton, he said. I have 2 important questions for you. 1, what kind of mission are you planning? And 2, does your sister have a boyfriend? I sighed. I might as well tell Captain Nelson the truth. I think this special mission is going to be some kind of party, P-A-R-T-Y. And I said, Captain Nelson raised his furry eyebrows in surprise. A party? This is a real ship. You can't have a party on here, he squeaked. Then I decided to change the subject. As for my sister, I said, she does not have a boyfriend. In fact, I am sure she would love to go to the party with you. And there's Stilton having a little fun. Spooky space in the fog. Captain Nelson and I were interrupted by the sound of squeaks, excited squeaks. Pinky and Thea were exploring the ship. We should have the party in here, they were saying, walking through the large gallery. Right, said Pinky. She began pointing around the ship. The food tables will go over there. We will need a lot of them because we're expecting 500 guests or maybe 1,000 even. And then Pinky walked over to the door with the nameplate read, Captain Nelson's office. Perfect, she said. The rock band can go in there. Captain Nelson turned pale. I kind of felt sorry for him. I knew how he was feeling. I decided to leave Pinky and Thea to their plans, and I walked up on the deck. The air was bitter cold. I was glad I was wearing the parka, even if it was pink. I leaned over the railing, and I gazed across the water. White foam capped the waves like fluffy whiskers. It was actually rather beautiful. The sun was setting, and it was streaking the sky with a lovely shade of cheddar gold. Maybe this trip wouldn't be so bad after all. And then things suddenly got dark. The ship had sailed into the misty gray fog. Boo-ee! The ship's fog signal rang out in the night, and then something caught my eye. There was a big shape looming in front of us in the fog. What do you think that is? What was I seeing? Was I seeing things? I cleaned my glasses so I could see better, and then I put them back on. The shape was still there. Right in front of the ship, it was getting closer. I gulped. I looked like an iceberg, I squeaked. We were about to crash into an enormous iceberg. I had to do something. Help! I screamed, help! I ran around the deck trying to find my way back inside the ship, but the fog was so thick that I could not see anything. Help! I screamed again. Is there anybody out there? Nobody answered. Lost at Sea is tomorrow's chapter to begin with. So I hope you enjoyed this and are having a great afternoon. It's kind of chilly out. That's why I didn't do it outside today. I took Chloe for a short walk and ooh, chilly. So enjoy the 2 read-alouds.